Welcome to another edition of Python for You. This morning I thought I'd introduce the idea of functions that take a variable number of arguments in Python. Now it turns out there are a couple of different ways to set those up. I'm going to use the most obvious and the one that I think you should probably use. Right here I've defined getInput. I've given it a prompt, which is just a normal argument. That means it's required. Notice the second one, complaint equal, and I have a default argument. So that means if I don't provide complaint, it will put that default in. So here I go, I have a little bit of code here saying you have to type in yes or no, not terribly complex. And then I call it with one argument. So I could call it with one or I could call it with two. If I call it with two, it's going to slap in my argument instead of the second one. So let's go ahead and just run this way first. So we'll go ahead and say run the module. And we'll say, it'll say please enter yes or no. I'll say yes, and it gets out. Now let's try it again, only what we'll do is we'll pass a second argument, you muffed. So let's put that in there, and we'll save that, and we'll run it. Now again, I'll type in notice that I get you muffed. So I have the idea here, you can pass one or two arguments. The second one is optional. If you don't pass the second one, it slaps in what you put in as the default. So you can put them in this way, and it works pretty nicely. Easy to remember, easy to figure out, and that's pretty much the story of Python there. So that's about it for today. Until next time, have fun with Python.